Hi, I'm Jennifer C., and we are at the Chef's Academy in Morrisville, North Carolina. We are going to make today something that is fast and fresh and healthy. It is a seared blackened shrimp, and we're going to put it on a nice summer salad. What we'll need for the salad, if you're following along at home, is we have corn on the cob that has been cooked in boiling salted water for 5 minutes. And also we have a bunch of asparagus that we've sliced and also blanched in salted water for 2 minutes. And after you're done draining the asparagus, what we need to do is put ice on it, and that shocks it and stops the cooking process so that you have nice, vibrant colors. And then we have a bunch of scallions, which we have sliced, and we have 2 cans of hearts of palm and 1 can of drained black beans. It's very important that you drain and you wash those really well so that the color of the black beans don't come out on the other vegetables and muddy the colors. We want to keep it really vibrant. And then I have 2 cups of cherry tomatoes from my garden, and I don't have a green thumb at all. So if I can grow them, you can grow them at home. So let's get started. All we need to do to put this salad together is take the kernels off of the cob and just slice right down the side. It should come off really easily. And we're just going to toss it in our bowl with the rest of the ingredients. In goes the asparagus, the black beans, hearts of palm, scallions, tomatoes, and I'm going to put some of the cilantro in now, and we will garnish with some later. Now, to complete the salad, we need to roast these peppers. So put them right on the flame here. It's on medium-high. Sit it right there. And they're going to roast on all sides. You can also do this on the grill. Now, if you don't have a gas burner at home, you could do these in the oven at a nice hot temperature, about 425. Put a little olive oil on a sheet pan and just let them roast. All right, so now these are charred on all sides. And what we're gonna do is put them in these brown paper bags. If I can get it open here. And the reason why we do that is because we want to steam it. And then it makes it easy for us to get that black skin off, and we are left with the roast pepper with all that great flavor. So this will sit for a while we're doing the shrimp. All right, in order to complete our salad, we have got to get the skin off of the peppers. We took them out of the bags, and they should come off pretty easily. You could probably slide it off with your hands. We want the flavor of that charred, but we don't actually want this skin on there. And we'll slice it open. See, and now it looks like roasted peppers that you get at the store in a jar, only it's fresh. Now we're going to make the lime jalapeno vinaigrette to go with our salad. What we'll need is the juice of 3 limes and a shallot, which I've already minced, and a whole jalapeno. Now I've taken out the seeds of it because I didn't want it too spicy, but you are welcome to keep the seeds in. Just watch when you're cutting it because those seeds are really, really spicy. And then we have 1/3 cup of the natural sweetener, agave. And we have 1/3 cup of rice wine vinegar. It has a natural sweetness that I really like for vinaigrettes. And then we're going to add salt and pepper to taste. And then we're going to drizzle in the canola oil and the olive oil. So in go the shallots, in go the jalapenos, and the juice of all the limes. Here we go. Rice wine vinegar, agave, That's about 1/3 cup. Teaspoon of salt, freshly ground pepper, and then we're going to drizzle and whisk in our olive oil. Then we're going to put some canola oil. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't want the vinaigrette to taste too heavy, and a fruity olive oil has a pretty heavy taste. So I'm mixing them, but you don't have to. And then we're just going to season, if we need, salt and pepper to taste, and that's it. We are ready to put the blackened seasoning on the shrimp. Now, I bought a blackened seasoning which has cayenne pepper and cumin and paprika and garlic powder and onion powder, but this is a good one that I like. You can make it on your own if you want to. I have about 1/3 cup, and I'm putting it right into the bowl, and I am going to use the zest from one orange just to punch up the flavor and freshen it up a bit. Now, if you're using a ready-made blackened seasoning, you don't need to add salt because they already have salt in it, so be careful with that. And then we're just going to put a little bit of oil, and we're going to dredge the shrimp in it. Now, I've kept the tail on the shrimp, but you don't have to. I like the way it looks and presents on a plate when you keep the tail on. When we're done, we're going to be searing the shrimp. And why do we sear foods? One, to get a good color on them, and more importantly, to seal in the flavors. So whether it's a meat or seafood or chicken, if you sear it at a hot temperature, it should seal in the moistness. We are ready to blacken our shrimp. I have a nice hot pan, and I'm using a cast iron skillet, but you don't have to. I'm just covering the bottom with olive oil. See, it's nice and hot, and I am going to add these in. I'm not going to put too many at a time because we don't want to steam them. If you overcrowd the pan, your ingredients will get steamed, and we don't want that. We want them to be perfectly seared. You want them good and brown. Tails are turning pink, and they're getting firm to the touch. Now we're done with the shrimp. We're putting them back in. They've been seared in order to keep them moist. We're going to give them a little bit of lime. Turn off the heat. A little bit of chili, but you can use agave, and we're just going to let them rest. Now we are ready to dress our salad with the vinaigrette, and we'll just pour some in, and we'll leave a little bit on the side in case we need it for later. So look at how colorful it is and bright. Okay, we're going to pour it onto the platter. And now, if you're not a shrimp person, you can do this with chicken. You can grill it instead of searing it, the chicken or the shrimp. If you're not a shrimp person, you may like scallops, the big sea scallops. What's important when you're searing is that your ingredient is very dry before you put the spices on it, so that you get that good sear on it and it doesn't steam. And then I'm going to just put a few wedges of lime, some over here, and I've got some corn left over, so let's sprinkle some on top. And I have one mango that I diced, and I think that'll go nicely with all the kind of Caribbean flavors. And we're going to finish it with a little bit of cilantro. And there you go. So feel free to take my recipe and make it your own. See you next time.